know.
It's day to day, and it is really a long, tough process. In the meantime, Israel's on high alert after the Israeli military says that it shot down a Syrian fighter jet that entered its airspace. It's only the second time in the past 30 years that this sort of incident has happened along the border, so it's really rare. Israeli UN Ambassador Danny Danon had this reaction earlier today.
Israel warned Syria not to breach the 1974 Separation of Forces Agreement. Israel will not allow any violation of our sovereignty.
So, Peter, help us understand this. First of all, why did Syria do this?
Well, it could have been as simple as a navigation error on the part of the pilot. He was doing some, supposedly some raids against what the Syrians called, quote-unquote, terrorists, probably opposition forces, and he may have just strayed across the border. I mean, when you're moving very fast in an aircraft, if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you can be in different territory, in different state, different country pretty quickly. So it could be as simple as that. And the Israelis are serious about their self-defense. They shot down a Syrian aircraft about 4 years ago, as I recall. And there have been some military incidents across the border as well. The Israelis have shot down an Iranian drone earlier this year. So the Israelis are serious about this and serious about their self-defense. And of course, there is a civil war going on next door, which the Iranians, who are of high interest to the United States, Israel, and others in the region, are very, very active.
Yeah, I mean, is there any chance that this had something to do with them, that it was the Iranians and not the Syrians?
Well, I didn't hear it was the Iranians, but I think the Israelis are very serious about their air defenses, and this was a hostile that crossed the border, and they took care of it in their own way.
Does this escalate anything, or is this, as you said, everybody expects them to sort of do this because they're protecting their borders, or does this ruffle feathers and make things more tense?
No, I think this is a strong signal. I don't think the Syrians will be surprised about this, quite frankly. And once again, I'm not sure it was of some sort of intent other than, like I said, a navigation error on the part of the pilot. So I don't expect we're going to see additional incidents along these lines where Syria is trying to do something inside of Israel's air zones, air defenses.
It was interesting to see before the president went to meet with Vladimir Putin, the Israelis went over to talk to him as well, and it seems clear that they're trying to back channel and maybe try and get Russia's help to get Iran out of their backyard and out of Syria. Do you see any hope with that approach at all? Is there anything that could be given to Russia to get them to help push Iran out?
Well, Russia has ties with Syria. Obviously, they saved the Bashar al-Assad regime from the dustbin of history a few years ago with its military intervention in 2015. And of course, they have Russia has some influence with Iran as well, but they don't have complete influence and total influence. And of course, this is one of the major concerns of the Israelis and of the United States. And I imagine it may have been a topic of conversation between President Trump and President Putin in Helsinki.
Yeah. Peter Brookes, thank you.